Hi Ramai, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Today we are going to do about the screw principle. But I lost my screw gauge like more than 1 year after doing with the 2023 class, a physical class somewhere I have loosened. So after that I didn't buy one. So actually it was bought at like 2,500. Now it is like some 6,000 thingy. I didn't worry about buying it. So see, in a screw, see there are things called threads. See, these are the stuff known as threads, right? So in this type of thread, so there is a fixed separation between one line to the next one. See, one line to the next, there is a fixed separation. So, so that means from one line to the other, there is a certain reading on that, right? Certain space between those two. It's a certain fixed value. Again, again x. Again, it's repeatedly x, right? It's repeatedly x. So one line can be gone past when you rotate what? This by exact one rotation. Exact one rotation for one complete cycle. What happens for one complete cycle? One cycle, one spacing, right? So that's how each x distance will move by number of cycles. So there are how many x's? There are altogether 4x. So how many cycles you need? 4 cycles. This is what the screw principle. I can demonstrate you this one using very simple stuff. See, but this one, that's the other marker. That's here. වර්ණ මාර්ග එක වුණාට ඒකේ මට screw principle එක explain කරන්න ඕන තරම් දේවල් තියෙනවා. Have a good look at here. So I can open up this one using really simply. See, if you can see, there are what threads there. There are certain threads inside as well. So once I fix this one, what can I do? I can rotate. See, once I keep rotating, it goes in. It goes in, firmly fixed. Can you understand? That means, and when I just rotate in the other way, like in the anti-clockwise direction, see, this begins to come out. See, it comes out and it goes in. Boys know this one because they have tightened and loosened those bolts and nuts things. But the girls, I don't know whether they have tightened any nut and bolt thingy so far, because most of the girls don't help their fathers or brothers to do something. The guys just do because they know the nut and bolt mechanism. So the same mechanism is applied here in the what? Micrometer screw gauge, as well as what is it called? Spirometer, right? So now I am going to firstly teach you the screw principle, then teach you micrometer screw gauge. In the next week, I'm going to teach you what? Spirometer. Spirometer is a long process. Spirometer and the other instruments, and the class, the first lesson is over. After that, I am planning to do what? Vectors, the whole vector, I am only taking 2 weeks. In the regular class, I did it like 4 to 5 weeks. This time, I am only going to take like 2 weeks. Entire vector is going to be done. Uduma karala danawa vectors. Right. Okay. So for the first term test, you may find these instruments. That's why I spend more time. Otherwise, it's useless. But in the first term test, you may get something from the instruments, and if you can do it, if you can't deal with that, you will get struggle and your marks will be really low. If your marks really low, your confidence level goes down, that's all over. So I don't want to let you to happen like that. That's why I took some more time in this one. So I could have even finished this lesson entirely by this week, but I decided against it and thought of doing this one bit extended, not as extended as in the regular class. So write a big topic, that is screw principle, right? The topic is screw principle. Start it now. Writing the big topic, screw principle. What is screw principle? Write this in a new line. Uh, the micrometer screw, sorry, vernier caliper has the limitation of, this is not the definition, na? This is not the definition, not the definition. Write this in a new line. Micrometer screw gauge has, sorry, vernier caliper has a least count of 0.1 millimeter. So the minimum least count of 0.1 millimeter. And the minimum errorless calculation, sorry, minimum errorless reading for what? Minimum errorless reading for micrometer screw gauges. For the micrometer screw gauges, 1 centimeter typically. 1 centimeter typically. One centimeter, sorry, centimeter typically. So to measure smaller readings, smaller measurements, smaller measurements, smaller measurements, smaller than, smaller ones, smaller than 1 centimeter. The vernier caliper is not really suitable. Not really suitable. Right? This is the new line with the star point. Even though there are extended vernier calipers, even though there are extended vernier calipers, even though there are extended vernier calipers, extended vernier calipers, extended vernier calipers is not that user friendly. It's not that user friendly. So how to go along with something user friendly? So has to go along with something user friendly. Write this in a new line. So the screw principle is applied. So the screw principle is applied. So the screw principle is which line, Chalaka, which line do you need me to say again? Which line do you need me to say?
The first star point.
Huh? What?
The first, even though they are extended
Even though there are extended vernier calipers, those are not user friendly. 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 And write this in a new line. So how to find out an alternative solution? Okay, now write this in a new line. Screw principle is a solution for this one. Now write this in a new line. The definition of the what? This part. What is the definition it is going to be? Considering the pitch of a screw, pitch of a screw as the least count of main scale and dividing one pitch the length of one pitch into certain equal number of divisions. In a circular scale. Equal number of divisions. In a circular scale. Certain number of divisions in a circular scale. Number of divisions in a circular scale is known as what is it called? Screw principle. Okay, screw principle. Now let me get it like this. So one difference is known as what? Pitch. This might contain a distance of x as the least count of what? Main scale. There is a turnable what? There is a turnable circular scale around it. One cycle is equal to distance between these two. When it rotates around one cycle, it will rotate to some n number of turns. Number of circular scale divisions. Right? Copy this quickly. Basically, the screw principle. The least count of the instrument is going to be what? X over n. Real simple. Least count of the screw principle, screw device is X over capital N. Mark it. Right, good. Now write this in a new line. A typical micrometer screw gauge. A typical micrometer screw gauge is consist of which of the main scale screw pitch of 0.5 millimeter 0.5 millimeter and number of circular scale divisions of what? 50 equal divisions. 50 equal divisions. Divisions of 50 equal divisions. Write this in a new line. Find out the least count of the instrument. Least count of the instrument. Divide this by 50. Least count of the instrument. Divide this by 50. So you may get what? 0.01 millimeter. Taggara daga. 0.01 millimeter. Hariya? 0.01 millimeter. So it can be represented as following. Right? It can be represented as following. Like this. Actually, the scale is marked with 1 millimeter lines. Scale is marked with 1 millimeter lines. But the 1 millimeter line are going to spread in some weird manner. Let me show you. So in both the sides from the middle line. So each line has a separation of 0.5. Right? Each line has a separation of 0.5 millimeter. This is how the main scale, starting with 0, starting with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, extend with 1, like that. 5. Okay. So like this, just get extended. So the difference between any of these two is going to be what? Always the difference between these two is 0.5 millimeter. And the circular scale is normally divided into 50 such divisions. 45 and 5. It normally rotates in the anti-clockwise direction from the behind. From the front, it's like this. Rotation is normally carried out in this way. Okay, mark all these circle, main scale, and the other one is circular scale. Copy this one very quickly soon. By the way, guys. So come to here. So the applications of vernier scale and the instruments of tolerance and those some additional data are given here. You have to remember these for the exam term test. Okay. Copy this again. I sent you the micrometer screw gauge theory, na? Did I send you the micrometer screw gauge theory? Theory, dude? As per my memory, I can remember that I sent you. මතක විදියට නම් මම දෙව්වා. Yeah, I have sent. See, yeah, I sent. I have sent it. I think I sent you this one, and you have to draw the obtain the minimum possible reading of the micrometer screw gauge firstly. Now it was something I supposed to give in the regular class as if homework first, right? Okay, now just write this one in your book. The minimum possible reading of a typical micrometer screw gauge, right? The minimum possible errorless reading. The minimum possible errorless reading of a micrometer screw gauge. The minimum possible errorless reading of a micrometer screw gauge. Right. You know the principle. Now I'm not having any interest of you to do it because we done percentage error equals to least count over RM minimum reading multiplied by 100. We know the percentage error is limited to 1%. Least count is what? What is the least count of that one? We just found 0.01 millimeter over the minimum reading by 100. So first multiplication of this one, you may obtain what? Minimum reading is going to be 1 millimeter. copy this quickly. We have done enough of these ones. Remember that this is such a revision class. So we have to go for what? Such a revision class. So we have to do it very faster. We can't just take like more time like in the regular 2024 class. So you have to maintain a really good pace to do this one. Right, okay. Just quickly move on to the next part. What is it? Quickly. Parts of a micrometer screw gauge. Write it okay. Parts of a micrometer screw gauge. It may consist of these parts. Firstly, you have to list out the parts. That's the much better way. Firstly, you have to list out all the parts. When you know the list, you can easily mark it on. So write these parts quickly to your textbook, writing book, really faster. 20 seconds for you. 10 seconds more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. හරි. ඊළඟට micrometer screw gauge එකක් වල අඳින්න ඕනේ. You have to draw this. But here we don't have much time to do. ළමයි මම දන්නවා දැන් මෙතන ඉන්න ගොඩාක් ළමයි දැන් අද සමහරු නැහැ. ඇයි? මගේ ස්පීඩ් එක වැඩි යනක. කරන්න දෙයක් නැහැ. මට පිටලා ස්ලෝ කරලා ඔයාලව අමාරුවේ දාන්න බෑ. මාත් එක්ක එකා දෙන්න හිටියත් මට කමක් නැහැ. මොකද කිව්වොත් එහෙම මම ආසනය මම ගන්න එක 7කටවත් අසාධාරණයක් වෙනවා. මේක හිමීට අදගෙන ගියොත් එහෙම ඔයාලට තව මාස 6ක් විතර වැඩිපුර ටයිම් ඕන වෙනවා ඒක වල කරන්න. එහෙම කරන්න බෑ. නේ? ඉතින් මේ දේවල් හරි මේවා ඇති වැඩකුත් තියෙන දේවලුත්. හරි. මේවා වැඩකට තියෙන දේවලුත් නෙමෙයි. වැඩකට තියෙන ලෙසන්ස් ගොඩාක් ඉස්සරහට තියෙනවා. මේවා නිකන් just to know enough. මම just to know වලට වඩා වැඩිපුර ටිකක් කරා. ඇත්තටම මම මේ ඉතින් හිතකට වඩා පොඩ්ඩක් slow මම මේ fast කරේ. slow කරේ. ඊට වඩා ගොඩක් fast කරන්න ඉතින් ඔය ඉතින් මම ගන්න දෙයක් නැහැ. මිනිස්සුන්ට මගේ ස්පීඩ් එක වැඩි කියන එක ඉස්සෙල්ලා. ඔය මිනිහලා ස්ලෝ කරොත් එහෙම ඔයාලට එක්සෑම් එක ලියන්න ටයිම් එකක් ඉතුරු වෙන්නේ. ඒ වගේ වැඩකට නැති ලෙස. අන්න 24 රෙගියුලර් එකේ මිනිස්සු දැන් මහයෙන් අඬනවා. නිව්ටන් ස්ලෝ එක සෙට් වෙන්නේ. මේ හොඳට දැන් පැනගෙන වැඩ කරපු සෙට් එක. දැන් චුට්ටක් හොක්ටෙක් ගිහින් ඉන්නවා ඉක්විලිබ්‍රියම් පටන් ගන්න. ස්ටැටික් ඉක්විලිබ්‍රියම්. ඩයිනමික් ෆ්‍රික්ෂන් ඔය ඔක්කොම ටික දාලා ආපුවම සඳ බොඳ වී කියන්න වෙන්නේ. ඒ තරම් ලොකු ලෙසන්ස් තියෙද්දි මේ වගේ විහිළු ලෙසන්ස් වලට ගොඩාක් වෙලාව දෙන්න මට නම් බෑ. අයි ටෙක්නිකලි ගන්න. හරි. ඒක නිසා මට ඉතින් ඔයාලා හිතියත් එකයි නැත්නම් එකයි කියලා මගේ ස්පීඩ් එක මේන්ටේන් කරන්න වෙනවා. හරි. මේක ඔයාලා ගෙදරදී අඳ ගන්න ඕනේ දැන් අදින්න එපා. ඉඩ තියාගන්න. පැන්සලකින් ලියන්න micrometer screw gauge diagram කියලා. But I will explain you what are these parts only now. See, there is a part called anvil. It's just a metal bar. This one is immovable. there is a U type of frame. In between these two stuff, we can fix something like so this, like a bead or something, or metal bar, whatever, or like a wire, polythene piece, whatever stuff you can fix between these two and let it to measure. Technical. So the spindle, to measure something bigger, you have to move this spindle backward. To measure something smaller, you have to move this spindle forward. How do you do this? By rotating this by the thimble first, and ratchet. Ratchet is the fastest one, thimble is the slow moving one. Somehow there is a groove. There are grooves. There are grooves. The grooves to hold it firmly. And the sleeve, on the sleeve, what is there? That thing I just grew few minutes earlier. Oppositely marked 0.5 millimeter scale. And this is what the circular scale, in the rotating scale or circular scale, in the circular scale there are 50 divisions, right? So the ratchet there and the frame is the everything thing which is holding everything. So that's all about this micrometer screw gauge parts. So all the explanations are given there, and how the spindle thingy works. Spindle is the long edge, so you can see that how the screw and bolt thingy works here. So when it rotates through this, cuts through the pitch between the threads, so you can move it forward. And so what is it? Pitch diameter. Actually, the pitch is the only thing you just need to know out of this. Major and minor diameter thing you don't want to know. Pitch is the separation between these two, and the sleeve, barrel, and thimble, everything is given there. And there is a really important process even here in the ratchet. Why? When you rotate, when the stuff is just in touch with this one, so once it got touch, the ratchet has a certain mechanism to stop further rotation, and the further movement of the spindle to touch this and change the shape of the stuff. If you are just measuring like a rubber tube, so the rubber tube you can just push forward even more, and by changing the shape, it's naturally like this. If you press it harder, the shape may become like this. So you can get the diameter accurately once it got touch with this other. So this one stops further motion by emitting some kind of sound. It's called ticky sound, tick sound. So that's the important part of this spindle thingy. And okay, ratchet. So locking nut. You have to put the locking nut while take the reading, because otherwise you will take wrong false reading out of it. The main scale I explained you, it's like from 0.5 stuff each time. See, this difference is always 0.5. This difference is always 0.5. So that's how it's made. And the circular scale, it has how many divisions? Some 50 divisions. Sometimes you may find very rare cases, the separation of the main scale as 1 millimeter and the screw gauge as 100 such divisions. You may normally find this in the, what is it called, spirometer. I show you the way how to get the least count. Now we have to learn about the positive error and negative error. Before that, let's go for finding out the reading first. Right? Let's go for finding out the reading. And we can go for what? Positive and negative errors mostly in the next week, most probably. Today we don't much have time. See? Okay. Now write how to read the micrometer screw gauge. Write that, how to read the micrometer screw gauge. How to read the micrometer screw gauge. How to read the micrometer screw gauge MSG. MSG කියන්නේ monosodium glutamate. ඒ කියන්නේ මොනවද? හරියට ඔයාලට අජිනමෝටෝ වලට කියන්නේ MSG කියලා. රසකාරකයක් තියෙන ෆ්ලේවර් එකක් අජිනමෝටෝ. So main scale, how to read the micrometer screw gauge. Right? Micrometer screw gauge. How? Right? Firstly, how to read the line just pass by the line on the main scale. How to read the line just pass on the main scale. Just pass on the main scale by the circular scale. That's how you read the main scale. Let me just take it like this. 0, 1. This is what the line just gone past by what? Just gone past by the circular scale. CS. This is what MS. Right. So what is the reading over here? The reading is actually this one. Reading is here. What is the reading? Main scale reading. What is it? 1, 1.5, 2. It's like 2.0 millimeters. Main scale reading. Can you understand that? I will mark another one. I will mark another one. What is the line is gone past? Main scale reading is now 0. Okay, 0.0. Can you understand it? Can you just understand this? තමයි මේක තේරෙනවද? තේරෙන්නේ නැත්නම් කට ඇරලා කියන්න නැහැයි කියලා. Yes sir කිව්වේ තේරුම් නැහැ කියන එකද තේරුණා කියන එක? Yes sir කියලා දෙකම කියන්න. What did you say as yes sir? Yes sir කිව්වේ තේරුණා කියලාද? තේරුනේ නැහැ කියලාද? Understood. Really good. Okay. ඒකාංගී. ටක් ගාලා කොපි කරගන්නද ඒක? Write this in a new line. Copy this one. Right. It will just be this line. What is the line of this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's the line it is? That's the 6th line. So what's the reading? Main scale reading. It's going to be 6 millimeter. Now I'm going to do one different thing. So what about this one? What is the reading of this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is like what? Reading of main scale reading is 5.5 millimeter. Understand? Guys, can you understand it? Good. Copy all these. Walau dalam हम datang pada skala pemikiran tadi kan? Because this line is the main line. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the half line. So that means 5.5. This one is 0.5, 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5. The line and the 0.5 of them. The line, that means the third line, 3.5. Fourth line, 4.5. Fifth line, 5.5. Like that. Okay? I think that I gave you enough time. Right. The last one for today, Friday. Circular scale of micrometer screw gauge. So, circular scale reading of what? MSG, micrometer screw gauge. Circular scale reading of micrometer screw gauge. How to rate the circular scale? So the CSR equals to n number of lines coincided by the least count. This is what the circular scale reading. You may get right. How to take it? There is nothing to worry about. The main axle of the circular scale and the line just on top of it is the line we are going to consider. But there is a certain thing we have to consider about. Always take the line just above it. If it is like 30th line, which one is this? Is this 31 or 29? Now tell me whether it is 31 or 29. That's the most terrible thing you have to deal with. Yeah. What is this line? Is that the 31 first line? or 29th line. It can be 31st or 29th. What is it? Tell me your answer. Can be 31, can be 29. See, Ekangi said me an answer is wrong. But others, ඔන්න Ekangi answer එකක් කිව්ව එක වැරදි. කමක් නෑ. අනිත් කට්ටිය කිය. තමයි. Tell me your answer whether it is 31 or 29. How do you know that? How do you know that? Whether it is 29 or 31. කොතන හිතලා කියන්නේ? Yeah. හරි තුන්දෙනාම හරි. තුන්දෙනාම හරි. බොරුවට මේ කිව්වේ 31. Why? I told you it is rotating in what direction? Anti-clockwise direction. This is where the higher number from smaller number to 50. This is how it marks. So we turn it the other way. මේ පැත්තට අපි කරකවන්නේ marks කරලා තියෙන මේක. So each line, when you just move it downwards, so you will get the big number. Get the big number. So it is 31, not 29. හරිනේ? Small to big mark කරලා තියෙන්නේ මෙයාව පල්ලෙහාට ගෙනියන්න. එතකොට හැමතිස්සෙම අන්තිමට ලොකු number. 31st. So what is the CSR now? CSR out of this one is 31 multiplied by 0.01. So what is 0.31 millimeter. හරිනේ? Got you the point, ළමයි? So let me mark another one. හොඳට කල්පනා කරලා බලලා උත්තරේ කියන්න. 45th line is there. This is the line in contact with that. Tell me whether this line is 44 or 46. What is this line? 44 or 46? Is that line 44 or 46? Again. 44 or 46? හරි. චලකගේ උත්තරේ තාම නෑ. චලක දැම්මම sorry. බවිදු, what is that? Is that 44 or 46? Yeah, that is the 44th line. Really good. ඔන්න ඔක තේරුම් ගන්න පුළුවන් නම් මට ඇති. Right? So let's take a one reading of all together. So make up the idea and the correct. මේ තියෙන්නේ 15. එහෙනම් මෙතන තියෙන්නේ කීයද? Is that 14 or this line is 15? That 14 or 16? ආපහු බලන්න ඒ කොම් ප්‍රශ්නෙත් මම අහනවා. What is the reading? So to get the reading, you should know that main scale plus circular scale is the way to get the reading. මේ වැඩේ අපි අතිතරම් කරලා තියෙනවානේ වර්නියර් එකේ. වර්නියර් එකේ විදියම තමයි වෙනස කරලා තියෙන්නේ රීඩින් ගන්න විදිය පොඩි වෙනසක් තියෙනවා. There is a very minor difference in the way of obtaining the reading. Otherwise, it's the same principle. So that's why I was not too much interested in teaching this part. But in the real class, I taught those. Okay. Tell me the answer. This is the zeroth line, na? Mareka mark correct now. That's the zeroth line. Lama iyan paras dala. What is it? Don't you tell me the answer. No, I'm talking about whether it is not 14 or 16. So එකක් මට read එක කියන්නේ total read. Total read. I need the total reading, not only the circular scale. Tell me the final answer for entire reading. ඒකාංගි. බලමු. ඒකාංගි ලයිලා. You made a terrible mistake there. Terrible mistake. Others. අනෙක් ළමයි කෝ? වැරදිලා රියා උත්තරයක් දැම්මයි කොටනෝ. I'll do it. The main scale reading is what? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is what? 4.5. මම මෙතනදී අර පැත්ත මාරු කරලා දුන්නේ. ඒකයි වටලා ගන්න ඇත්තේ. ඒක වෙන හිතන්න එපා. If they give the zero line at the top, you have to take it. Zero line at the bottom, you have to also take it. It's like 4 and 4.5. The main scale reading is 4.5. You only took it as 4. That's what your mistake. Otherwise, you are perfect. The circular scale thingy, there are 14 lines. This is a 14, not 16. 14 lines multiplied by the least count of 0.01 mm. This one is also in mm. So what is it? 4.5 plus 0.14 mm. So when you add them together, 4.64 mm. Got the point? This is how you read the reading of this one. Clear? Okay. Okay, guys. So let's wind up the class for today then. Let's find up the class for today then. God bless you. I will send you the PDF if you are still writing. Bye then. God bless you.